What's up, everybody? I figured I didn't go live for very long yesterday, so I would come live and just hang out with you guys for a little bit. Just putting away some groceries. You know me, I always got a refill on my Diet Rockstars. I drink way too many of these. Can you guys hear and see me okay? Is anybody even here? So yeah, I'm just got home, got some groceries. Figured I'd go live with you guys for a little bit because yesterday I had to cut my live short. Anybody that watched that, I was at the Killer Clowns streaming yesterday. But I just got some wraps. Yeah, there we go. Some wraps to make some turkey wraps. What's up, Spider Hound? Hey, Free Republic and Rap Cat, how are you guys? Yeah, I just got back from the grocery store. Figured I would just come and chill with you guys for a little bit, or not, yeah, turn on the live and chill with you guys for a little bit. Since I didn't stick around very long for my live yesterday, figured I'd do a little bit longer. But look at this turkey; it's like the best turkey. I don't know where you guys live, but if you have a Safeway near you, I highly recommend their Boar's Head smoked peppered turkey. It is really, really good. And I think I'm going to drink an alcoholic beverage just to chill for a minute. What are you guys up to today? What's up, the boogeyman? It's creeping slowly, peeping in your bedroom window, looking for his next creeper. Yeah, I'm telling you, Boar's Head is the best. Like anybody that has a Safeway, or I think they probably sell it at other stores besides Safeway. But yeah, if you have Boar's Head at the grocery store that you shop at, I'm telling you, get the Boar's Head smoked pepper turkey. I can't find my stand, so I'm trying to hold the phone in such a way and carry stuff into the bathroom and stuff. Just got some of my medications. Hey, Leslie. Oh, look at that. The boogeyman coming in. Coming in hot. Thank you so much for the donation, my brother. It means the world to me. Like, you have no idea. I was just stressing about money. So, like, I hate stressing, but money is always that shitty thing to stress about. So, anytime you guys donate anything, it always kind of alleviates just a little tiny bit of that stress, you know? What are you guys up to today? I'm thinking about going to the drive-ins later. I don't know. I need to get some editing done. My goal is to put out 2 videos, not this coming week, but there we go. Oh wow, look at Leslie. Thank you so much. That's huge. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking about going because my goal is to finish editing the one I'm working on right now, which will come out Friday, and it's for Amazon Prime. And then the goal is the week after that to put out 2 videos. So if everything goes to plan, it'll be my top 10 uh, all-time sci-fi horror movies, and then that Friday will be a Tubi list. So that's the schedule for the next. Sorry, I'm trying to put on my boot. I'm gonna go look in my sister's car and see if I can find my camera holder, like my little tripod thing. It makes it a lot easier to hold this, and the stupid boot is a pain in the ass. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, can you see the boot? I'm really not good at holding this camera. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm trying to put on this boot. You guys are gonna see my messy room. All right. Anyway, so that's the tentative schedule over the next 2 weeks. So, like, if I can get that sci-fi horror movie one done sooner, then I'll put it out sooner. But I still got to shoot it. Like that, the plan is to finish editing the Prime Video today, and then shoot the space horror movie one tomorrow. It's hot there. Leslie, I thought you said it was like storming like crazy yesterday. Or maybe that was the day before. Yeah, it's crazy weather here. Like normally we're in the hundreds and we're only like 80 something degrees here today. I actually have my window in my bedroom open, which is insane. Like normally my sister will yell at me about the AC, but it's only like 80 degrees, so the AC doesn't even need to be on. I don't even think it's that hot actually. It's probably in the 70s. So it was yesterday. That's crazy, man. That's Florida weather, right? You go from storming and rainy and all that to hot as hell the next day. What is hot as hell though? Like, are we talking 90s or in the hundreds? Like, but you guys also have that crazy there too, right? So anybody just checking in? Hey, just figured I'd go online and hang out with you guys for a little bit. I wanted to go live for longer, but I was getting a lot of weird looks from people because I was at the killer clown. So does this sound better? Let me add this microphone. Let me know if it sounds better to you guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I back? The heat index of the humidity is 110. Jesus. That is not fun. So can you guys hear me okay on this mic? There we go. Sorry, it was tripping out there for a second, but you guys can hear me okay and see me now? I was trying to switch to my microphone and my handheld little tripod thing, but kind of lost the stream there, I think, for a minute. Yeah, that's the one thing about where you live. You can get to the ocean, which is great. Like that's when I live down in San Diego. It's like when it's hot, at least you have the ocean you can go jump in. The one thing about here, we have a river and we have lake. We have this one we have this one lake kind of thing that gets really warm because it's kind of a man-made lake thing. But the problem with that is it's like nasty because it's not very deep and it doesn't get really fresh water that often. So it just kind of reminds me of a big swamp. So people go kayaking, and I've gone kayaking on it and stuff like that, but it's not somewhere that you want to go swimming. At least I don't know anybody that swims in it. But then the American River is a pretty big river, and it kind of like flows right through our city here. But like I said, it's always pretty damn cold. Tell you about Backlash, best band ever. Who is this? Who's Big Bad Wolf? It's got to be like someone that remembers Backlash. So let's see. Is that Aaron? Trying to think who all. Let's see, because it's not Josh unless Josh. Do you have a different account? Backlash was like one of my first bands, one of my first kind of serious bands that we were trying anyway to be serious and take it serious. We weren't the greatest, but we recorded. It was like the first time really ever kind of sort of professionally recording. I never think of the UK as hot. That's crazy. I just literally never think of the UK as a place that ever gets above like because I don't know. I guess to Americans we always think of. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're at in the UK, but we always think of it as like overcast and rainy, especially if you're in like the London part of the UK. But I guess if you're in Ireland or Wales or whatever, it's different because I don't ever really think of that place as being rainy and cold. So, but it's interesting though. Whenever someone says UK, I definitely don't think of hot. Oh, this is Tommy. Tommy. How did Tommy? How do you know about Backlash? Or am I? Yeah, I'm getting my brain confused. Yeah, I was thinking of Narcan. Yeah, Backlash. Um, wow, that's been a long. Okay, so Backlash was my first legit band, and we had like super talented musicians, but really it was just a bunch of knuckleheads. We never really got anywhere. But Tommy is still a really good friend of mine to this day. He's a drummer. Tell us about Mahala. Yeah, Mahala was one of the bands that finally took things more serious and got a group of guys around me that were a lot more serious. So, but this is my living room. See, we got all these movie posters up. There's a Cocaine Bear one, a Nope one. This is like one of the most beautiful posters. Look at that poster. for Multiverse of Madness, and then the Suicide Squad one over here. But these are like those, the really big posters. One of the perks of when I worked in a theater, I used to get those really cool posters. Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're anything a big wolf, bad wolf would want. Yeah, Tommy, I know you were the drummer. You're close to London. It's really hot for 2 or 3 months, and then it's cold. What's really, really hot though? Although you probably go by Celsius, and I'm not good at calculating Celsius in my head because we go by Fahrenheit here. Love you too, brother. D&T Infinity. Good morning, my wife. And it's 1 year anniversary just passed. It's been a long week. That's a good thing, right? I mean, 1 year anniversary, that's exciting. Why hasn't that made it a long week? Did you took his name? What? I'm confused. Take whose name? What up? What up, Jaeger? Takes off her Red Riding Hood slowly. Okay, now you're just getting sexual on this. At least, okay, that's where my brain goes. Is dirty, bad, big bad wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, but that's 40 Celsius, so I think that's like high 90s Fahrenheit. The only thing really hot out here out there are the drummers. Yeah, it's just not really that hot here right now. Man, it seems like every time I stream, YouTube is showing less and less people. But it's kind of my fault. I'm not scheduling them and I'm not really posting real thumbnails. Indeed, but also, I'll tell you behind the scenes. But yeah, about to get baked as a cupcake and chill. Here with y'all until this video finishes rendering. Nice. That sounds like a good plan. I got these really good cookies. They're lemon blueberry. That's gonna be my treat for the week. See, like they're lemon blueberry, which doesn't really sound like they'd be that good, but the sourness of the blueberries and with the lemon, like it's actually really good. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So every 30, yeah, that's very interesting. It's good to know. Yeah, me too. I'm a huge cookie guy. I'm a huge sweets person, like as you can tell. Like I just love sweets. But oh, check out this shirt. This is the Exorcist shirt I was talking about. Ugh, see if I can hold this out far enough so you can see it. Or maybe I'll just let's see. Does this work better? See it in the mirror. But yeah, it's there we go. That kind of works. But it's one of the ones I got at Walmart the other day. So that's why I keep telling everybody, get out to Walmart, guys. It's like for $8, they have the Halloween one that I wore the other day, and this Exorcist one, and they have. I used to smoke weed. I don't really smoke weed anymore. It just started messing with my head too much. I'm unfortunately, in my older age, I've just got, I don't know, I kind of tripped out too hard one time on mushrooms. And ever since, I've struggled. If I get too drunk or too high or anything, mentally, I don't know, I get super, super paranoid. So, but I do some tinctures sometimes, and I drink a little, like I'm about to have a little wine cooler here. But I do CBD. Mostly though, I take every day kratom. So kratom's like my main thing I take. There's some that are for more like chilling out. There's one strand that's for that, and then there's other strands for being all like jacked up, having lots of energy and running around and whatnot. See if I could set this down. I need to buy another little stand because it's like a Joby stand, so it's pretty expensive, but it kind of sucks. Like it doesn't hold the weight of the phone. It likes to just fall over. So like I really need to get a new one. But they're expensive. Like even this one I think was like 50 something bucks. I got it like back in 2020, so it's been a minute, but still I think so. I don't know for sure if it glows in the dark. Oh, here we go. This is an easier way to show you guys. See, there we go. I love it. I mean, for $8, like it's such a cool shirt, and I'm pretty sure it glows in the dark. I haven't tested it out, but I think it does. Just started following you. Love your videos and hope you are having a blessed day. You too, brother. Thanks for watching the channel and supporting the channel. Sick shirt. What do you think of the remake that's coming out? I think it's going to be horrible. Like I already was kind of thinking that I don't even know why I'm wearing these anymore. But I was already the guy who's writing it is the same guy who wrote. God, this ear is like itching or bugging me. Anyway, the same guy that's writing it, Scott Teems, is the one who wrote this most recent Insidious, and he's also the same one who wrote or had a big part in writing Halloween Ends. So I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to be that great. Like, I'm just not a big fan of his writing because Insidious, all the other people involved, I believe in their talents and stuff. And I think a lot of the choices that didn't work for me about this new Insidious, the Red Door, was writing choices. So, but then on top of that, I just, David Gordon Green, he took and started out so good with this most recent Halloween, and then it just really went downhill as it went. So I'm not expecting the Exorcist to be good at all. I honestly think that most people are going to dislike it, but I'm still, as weird as it sounds, I'm still excited to see it. I'm still excited to see a new Exorcist and see. But I feel this way about every horror movie. I'm excited for every horror movie to come out because it's like you just never know when it's going to be that one that just is like, oh, this is the next best thing, you know? See, don't sleep on Walmart with the t-shirts. I know it's crazy. Their horror ones and their rock music ones are just crazy good for how cheap they are. Question: FNAF just released their new trailer. Have you seen it? Yeah. I'm not. I never really have played the game, so I'm not like someone that's super excited about it because I don't have that attachment to the game. But based on the trailer, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, but it's hard to say. Like, I think it's going to be PG-13, and if that's the case, I'm not sure. I kind of think I'll end up liking the one that oh, what the hell was it called? The one that we Willy's Wonderland. I'm kind of thinking that Willy's Wonderland will still be the one that I like more, but we'll see. Like, you know, from what I've heard, there's a pretty deep lore and story to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. I want to play the game though before it gets here. What's up, Blood Scribe Creations? Kanan, I almost bought that shirt the other day. Why didn't you? I pretty much buy like any horror shirts that Walmart has. So they're like $8. I almost always buy them. There was, I think, two this time that I didn't buy, but I'm like, struggling to survive money wise. So I can't be blowing too much money on shirts. Let's see. You might have HPPD. It can absolutely affect the way. Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. I just feel like I had done hallucinogenics a number of times, but this one time I did it. It just really I went to just a whole nother place so deeply that ever since I just it's more than my brain can handle. Oh, thank you. I don't think of myself as handsome, but I appreciate the fact that you do. Oh, kratom. It's Kradom. It's actually Mengda. Mengda root is the one that I use the most. But it's used in like South America. It's over the counter. You can buy it at any smoke shop, at least here in California. I know you can. You're going to see if you can get one. I know I'm tempted to go back. I might like I'm super broke now until my next check, but I definitely want to go back and probably get that Ghostface one they had. And there was one other one I almost bought too, but all this scary stuff, does it ever give you nightmares? No, I don't ever have nightmares because of horror movies ever. Like the only like nightmares that I always have, they're always to do with anxiety and stress, and it's mostly to do with money or to do with just feeling like I've left my mark in the world, feeling like I have purpose and that I've accomplished something. Like those are my nightmares, and those are the things that my nightmares are always consumed by, but not horror movies. I mean, I literally go to sleep watching horror movies most nights. Usually they're like older ones, but like old sci-fi and old horror movies, I always fall asleep to. So I don't know. Horror movies just don't scare me. So, it's not ever a part of my dreams. Question: what do you rate the UK out of 10? I've never been to the UK. I really, really, really want to go there though. That's another one of the things to do in my nightmares. It's about traveling, man. I really want to see the world. Can we get an Alien Covenant 2? I don't think we're ever going to see it. I just don't. I think if we were going to see it, we would have now. And they're already working on a new Alien movie that's going to probably start off this whole new Alien franchise. So, I just don't see it, which is a shame because it's like they never really finished that direction that he was going in. So, by the way, the lore would be 18 plus. The lore is so deep, it's actually horrifying. Okay, I don't know what the lore is. Oh yeah, Five Nights at Freddy. I know it's super gory and super fucked up, and that's why I'm kind of like I don't know. Like if they go R-rated with it, there's supposed to be some really horrific scenes like that set up the whole Five Nights mythos and stuff. So, I hope that Blumhouse commits, but I have a feeling they're not going to because that's Five Nights at Freddy's games are super popular with teenagers, kids and teenagers. So I think just like what they did with um just blinked on the movie I was gonna say. Ah, Megan. It's just like what we saw with Megan, where it was literally shot, edited, ready to go at R rating. And then when it all of a sudden they started seeing money dollar signs, the kids were going to go see it. They were like, we're going to dial this back and turned it into PG-13. It's like I just don't think Five Nights. Like I don't think they've announced yet that it's going to be PG-13, but I would be shocked if it's not. I keep hearing everybody talk about this Grimace shake. I don't understand what's going on. Like, what is it? Like, I know it's the McDonald's character, but like, I'm really confused on what all that everybody's talking about with the Grimace thing, the Grimace shake. Well, I'm glad I can make you smile. Specosa kratom is my daily medicine with THC. Yep, I have a long history with it. My body is the perfect research. Is the perfect research to prove that kratom isn't the hell drug on presented to be. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the only thing with kratom is you got to be careful when you start using it. Start out slow and build up your levels to it, because if you take too much too fast, it'll make you super anxious and just like like tweaking out almost. And that's, I think, the problem. A lot of people go and they take too much right away. Take a very small amount, take like one tablet or even less, and slowly test it out until you find this good base level for yourself. And then there's also a bunch of different strains of kratom too, and some of them make you sleepy. Some, like, I like the gold one that Crave, the brand Crave, makes, and it's kind of like right in the sweet spot, right in the middle. Do you think the fans will get another 28 days later? Yes. I've heard a lot of talk that they've been in pre-production sort of, or at least in conversations for quite a while on 28 months later. I think it's actually going to happen. I think within the next year we'll hear an announcement that they're going to make it. I know there are actually people this time in serious talks and developments about it. But we're also going to see a lot of horror stuff. Like, I don't think people realize how much more horror we're going to start seeing in the next few years. Like the fact that Insidious came out this weekend and was the #1 movie at the box office and made like 35 million opening, like that's insane. Like it got more than all these other big movies that are in theaters right now. Like that's just nuts. And so that, we've seen more and more money going towards horror. We're going to see more and more things like that, reboots and sequels and stuff. Thanks, brother. Love your content. Where do you think a remake franchise would work? I think Hammer Films. Yeah, I would love to see Hammer Films, or to see the Universal reboot that they were talking about be done, but with like more legit, serious movies, not, more along the lines of what the Invisible Man was, and not what that stupid Tom Cruise Mummy was. But yeah, I think Hammer Films would be amazing. The Grimace Shake is a shake where people drink it, then they cut to a scene of them somewhere with the shake splattered around them. It's more of a TikTok trend. I know, but I don't get it. Like that's what I'm saying. I see the hype. I see what people are doing. I don't understand it. Like I don't understand where it started or what it's referring to. Benadryl? Benadryl just makes you go to sleep. Shama at the end of the night. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have this weird condition though, where things like Benadryl and different things that are supposed to make you sleepy, they don't. They actually wire me. It's like caffeine makes me sleepy a lot of times. Yes, I'm late to the live. Did you enjoy it last night? Yes, it was a lot of fun. I was a little disappointed because the crowd wasn't as hyped as I thought they would be. Like I went to a Jaws screening a week ago, and the people were super into it. It was so much fun. And then I went to that like a last week or whatever. I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show screening, and the people were super into that. So I was thinking it was going to kind of be that, and it just, I don't even know exactly why. But I mean, even the stars from the movie were there, and people were clapping. But I don't know. There just was this real kind of dullness about it that I can't quite figure out what it was. But I still enjoyed the movie a lot, and seeing it on the screen was super cool. And seeing John Massari like a few feet away from me, that was super rad too. White veins energy, red veins downer, green veins. Yeah, exactly. This right here, that's the breakdown. And then there's the gold and the purple, which are kind of like mixtures of the two or of the three. The 28s? I don't know what that means, Leslie. What is the 28s? I spent my money on this shirt on a limited edition Lucio Fulci. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that, man. That sounds like a good choice in my opinion. I love like great, like really nice horror shirts. I just can never afford them. But someday I'll have like, quite a few of them because I love them. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens with the Resident Evil because they keep throwing money at it and keep trying, and it never does what they're wanting it to. So they just keep rebooting it, and it's like I don't know. Like the series on Netflix was boring and not good, and that flopped really bad. Lost a lot of money. Um, I actually liked the most recent Resident Evil movie. Granted, I love the old Resident Evil movies that were fun and really weren't like the game. I loved those too. So I've enjoyed all the different Resident Evil things that have been done, except for the series. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they just need to pick a lane and go with it. If they're gonna go more action, exciting like those original Resident Evil movies, that's fine. Just make those. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what people want from them. The fans of Resident Evil. You do a beta blocker makes me bold. I've never tried beta blockers. Is that what you were referring to as 23? Yeah, did you like it? You said you just finished watching it, but you didn't say if you liked it. I got a huge funky pop today. It's what? That's crazy. What is the Funko Pop of? Is it of Killer Clowns? Oh, 28 days. Yeah. 28 days later in weeks. Yeah. I love them. It's a great franchise. And that's why I really would love to see the chapter closed finally by them doing a 28 months later. I'm literally shocked I haven't seen it before. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. There is only one Peter Cushing, but there was no Peter Cushing before we discovered Peter Cushing. So I think you can always find a new star. And I think the problem a lot of times with these reboots is they don't like they try to put a star, like a big headline star, into these roles instead of slowly building the franchises up like what they did back in the day, like with the Hammer films. They weren't big names at the time, not as big like when they first started making those movies. And then a lot of those people ended up being stars, but I don't think they were huge stars when they first cast them in those movies. I agree with you on Evil Dead about the movies. Yeah, I mean, I just think I like both styles. I just wish they would keep making Evil Dead movies regardless, but like especially that most recent one. I don't know why they wouldn't, because I think a lot of Evil Dead fans of the game and stuff did appreciate it to an extent. So why not keep going with it, even if it wasn't perfect? Okay, make a sequel, and this next one tweak it, fix some of the problems that were in that first movie. I know the big issue a lot of people had, including myself, was instead of telling the first game as its own movie and then the second game as its own movie, they just tried to combine the first and second into that one movie, and it was like too much too fast, and we like missed out on a lot of detail and a lot of cool stuff that we could have got. Coming in the middle of everything, but I drink Celsius energy drinks. I've seen those. I'm yet to try them. Doesn't Celsius also make those new water bottle things where it's like a flavored water, but it's like it somehow does it with air? Like it doesn't put anything in it. I don't know. It's this weird thing. Oh wow! Thank you so much, Kel or Cal. Is it Cal or Kel? Cal, right? It's Cal. Have you seen the new Insidious? Yeah, I did a review of it. It's up on the channel right now. Definitely go check that out if anybody hasn't seen my Insidious review, because YouTube is not sharing it and it's really doing poorly on its views. So I really appreciate it if everybody go watch that and share it if you want. But yeah, it was the Hulk from Thor. Oh, nice, but in a pop art style. That's dope. You should post a picture of it over on the Discord or in the Facebook group. Either one, you should post a picture of it. Like, I really want you guys to start sharing stuff like that more, because I'd love to get to see who you guys all are. Like, I'm not saying you got to post pictures of yourself if you're not comfortable with that, but like post pictures of your collections, you know, anything that you're into, like on the Discord and the Facebook group. I see all that stuff. And I can't wait till you guys are all more involved in on one of those so I can interact with that stuff more. Oh hell yeah! What's up, Kanan? What's up, Filth? Yeah, Christopher Lee was amazing. It's like they talked about on Dead Meat channel. Like there may have never been a person who lived a more full life than Christopher Lee. Like he did everything. Like he won as a human being. Like he experienced and did so many different things. His life was amazing. Yeah, Sid Haig is another one of those. Like will definitely never be another. But that's what I love about horror. It seems to always find those people that are a total one of a kind. I mean, like, yeah, there are big celebrities and everywhere or whatever, but it seems like horror finds the real unique personalities. It's one of the things I appreciate the most about it. Um, I need to rewatch the Underworld franchise. I know I enjoyed the first one, but they were just they felt a little bit soap opera-y for me, a little bit too mainstream for me, at least if I remember correctly. But I need to rewatch them because I think I might enjoy them more now than I did back in the day. But I did go to the theater and see, I think, all of the Underworld movies, and it wasn't that I didn't enjoy them. I just didn't necessarily think of them as like amazing, to be honest. But like I said, I'd like to rewatch those, especially before I make another werewolf list. I definitely need to see those because they probably deserve to be on that list. Just enjoying some time off. Nice. So glad to catch. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to make it on into the live as well. I wasn't even planning on doing this, but I was like, I had to call my live kind of short yesterday because I was in line for the Killer Clown show and people are starting to kind of give me looks. Nice. Lazy days are good. Kanan. See, speaking of Sid Haig, I found this. I don't know what an MO is. I found this Mo. Yeah, Vincent Price is another one of those. Definitely Kings of Horror. Just absolute icons. Really pioneers of what horror has become. Speaking of Sid Haig, I found this little film. Oh, there we go. This little film he's in called High on the Hog. Yeah, he was like in quite a bit of movies when he was young, like nobody has seen. It wasn't until late in life where he became like this icon, and it kind of sucks. Like it's like we only got to have Sid Haig for such a short amount of time. It would have been great if he had caught on when he was a little bit younger, so we could have gotten even more horror movies with him in it. But I mean, that's why Rob Zombie found him in the first place. He'd seen him in a lot of those old grindhousey kind of movies, and that's why all the shit people give Rob Zombie. If it wasn't for Rob Zombie and giving love to all these like grindhouse people, there's a lot of actors and people in the business that just would not be. They literally wouldn't have jobs. They wouldn't be the icons that we love now. Like I really kind of hate how much grief people, give Rob Zombie. It's like, I don't. Every one of his movies isn't necessarily the best movie, but I love his unique brand in general of horror movies, and I hope he never stops making his unique brand, even if I don't always love him. Like I didn't love The Monsters. I didn't think it was as bad as a lot of people were saying, but I didn't love it. But I love that he made it, if that makes sense. You met Sid Haig? That's awesome. I've heard he was a really, really sweet human. Oh, it was his last movie. See, I didn't realize he did anything. I wonder how recent that was. Actually, now that I think about it, that the name does sound familiar. Oh, that's a great movie to get started on. Vincent Price is so good in that movie. Grindhouse, yeah, movies, the best cheesy 70s, totally. They just have this like grimy kind of feel about them that I love. Watched it in creative writing class in junior high. Yeah, I wish the Hammer films were available because there's a lot of them I still haven't seen. And even the ones I have seen, it's been quite a while since I've seen a lot of them. They're just hard to find. Like I think there's that one streaming service, I forget which one, and it has like most of the Hammer films. And that's cool, but I wish that Shutter and Tubi and more of these main platforms would have more of the Hammer films. Because you can't even rent a lot of them. Like when I was making these lists, there was different ones I had never seen. Like I forget what it was. There was a werewolf one that I had never seen that I wanted to watch, and like a bunch of different movies. And it's crazy. You can't even rent them. And like I'm fine with giving my money to watch these movies, but if you don't even make them available, it's like ridiculous. My favorite movie so far this year, um, it's probably Evil Dead Rise. And I loved Evil Dead Rise, but to be honest, I'm hoping that there is something that replaces that by the end of the year as my favorite. And it's not that I didn't love it. Like I did. I absolutely loved it. I saw it like 6 times. But it's I want like every year I always hope for there to be a new original horror movie that none of us have heard of that blows us away. Like for me, last year that was X and Pearl. And I always include those together because they came out in the same year and they very much feel like a part 1 and 2. Um, and then we also had Barbarian last year and Smile. Like it was amazing to have these brand new original IP horror movies that we're going to probably see sequels of.
And like I love that. And yet this year we just haven't had that. Like there has been some, but none of them that have blown me away. I've honestly have been a little bit, I would say disappointed, but I haven't been blown away yet by the batch of horror movies this year. Um, but I'm hoping Talk to Me, which I think comes out this next week. Is it this next week? Let me look. Um, but there's a few like um the Voyage of the Demeter is one that I think has the potential to be, an amazing one. Talk to Me, I really think has a great chance to be amazing. There's what's the other one? There's or no, the 20th. I'm sorry, the 21st, right? Yeah, Cobwebs. So Cobwebs is the next one, and then Talk to Me. Yeah, so Cobwebs I think has potential to be really, really good. And then Talk to Me, which comes out on the 28th. Those two I have high hopes for. Let's see. And then we have on August 11th, the last Voyage of the Demeter. I just think we're gonna see quite a few really good horror movies still to come this year. At least I'm hoping we will. Hammer films are movies from the 70s mostly. They've made movies, like they never stopped making movies, but it's a production house, and it's kind of like, think of A24, but from or Blumhouse, but from the 70s, and it was taking a lot of these franchises and remaking them. So Dracula, the Wolfman, it was taking all these Universal classic movies and making a brand new universe of them. And for a lot of people, they are their favorite versions of the Wolfman or of Dracula. But then there's also ones like the Pit and the Pendulum. There's just so many of them, and there's a bunch that I have never even seen. Meanwhile, I was playing Evil Dead, fistful of boomsticks for the PS2. Yeah, I love the Evil Dead movies, all of them. There's not one of those movies that I don't love, including Rise. Like, I've heard a lot of people giving it shit, but I loved it. I had a great time with it. Teresa, we're just talking about horror movies and whatever you want to talk about. Hammer movies and the great actors from that era. My dad, I can't remember what it was called, but at the end of he was Jane Bloden's body. I'm not sure off the top of my head either what that is. 30 watching. Nice. Come on, peeps, show the love. I'm just happy there's over 30 people in here. It's been slow lately. YouTube hasn't really been showing the channel love. Nice. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, Mark. Lake Mungo is fantastic. Lake Mungo is one of the best, like, hidden gem. That one and Butterfly Kisses are the two that jump to mind as far as the best found footage movies that not a lot of people have seen, unfortunately. But yeah, it's so good. It's so scary. If you've never seen Lake Mungo, I it scares the shit out of most people. Yeah, both those movies were just out of nowhere and so much fun, and but last year set a high bar. I mean, we even had Fresh. Like, there was so many original movies last year that were just so good. and I just haven't yet to see them. But I mean, there's a lot of movies still to come, and there's a lot I haven't seen. That's the one thing about horror is a lot of them come out in October or around October. So you know what I mean? Like, there's a good chance that the best has not been released yet. Yeah, I that's why I talk about Lake Mungo every chance I can. Really, I've recommended it a couple times on different videos. It's such a good hidden gem. Yeah, I do the same thing, so don't blame yourself. Like I'll find myself watching videos of certain YouTubers or whatever and realizing, "Oh crap, I haven't liked the last couple of them," or um and I don't get on people about it. Like, I appreciate it for anybody. I appreciate whatever support you give. Just watching a video, the honestly, the biggest thing you can do, liking it and subscribing, that's great. But the biggest thing you can do is watch the whole video. Like, the more people watch the video all the way to the very end, like, that makes a huge difference. Retention rate is the number one thing that YouTube is concerned about now. It's the number one thing that they're pushing videos based on. That algorithm takes that as the highest criteria. What's your thoughts on the Golden Glove and the house that Jack built? I don't think I've seen the Golden Glove. The house that Jack built is amazing. It's so dark and fucked up, though. It's not a movie for the faint of heart, not for everyone, but it's incredible, man. There's like that one scene with the two boys and their mom, like, holy shit. Like, that movie is heavy, heavy, heavy. I haven't seen Jack in the Box. Trying to remember. Huh. I know that name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I understand. Not everybody liked Barbarian Filth. Like, a lot of it has to do with um not everybody was in on the joke, if that makes sense. Like, there's an amount of Barbarian that's meant to be tongue in cheek, that it's meant to be a little bit stupid, a little bit like, and a lot of people don't get that kind of sense of humor where it's almost like this dry sense of humor where it's not a comedy and not laugh out loud funny, but there's this absurdness about it that kind of ties into the creepiness of it if you get that. But if you don't get that, you're just like, it's just stupid. It's kind of like why Malignant, not everybody loves Malignant. Yeah, I really hope that we see Universal. Like, I mean, I know that there's the new horror movie, the Dracula's daughter horror movie. I forget what it's called, but it's a new horror movie that is being done by the guys that did the last couple Scream movies and did Ready or Not. And blinking on the name of their company, but the guys that directed those, they're working on this Dracula movie, and the rumors are that it's the beginning of this new try at doing some different universal, like creating a new universal universe. So I think we need it. I think people are showing that they're getting tired of all the superhero movies and they want something different. And I'm all for doing, a horror movie universe. Uh, what's oh P? I don't know what that is. PS5. Oh, the machine. No, I don't have one. Unfortunately, I don't even have a new Xbox. Like, I have an Xbox One that's really old and broke down. But my goal is to buy a gaming system soon, hopefully, if I can afford it, because I would like to start doing some live gaming. And like I said, I want to play some of the Five Nights at Freddy's games before the movie comes out. Like, it's just I would love to get to do gaming. I never got to when I was growing up, and I've always, just not never had money and or time to do a lot of that stuff. So I haven't been able to game as much as I'd like. So I'd like to get more into that now. I am always down for a good zombie movie. You're right; it has been done to death. We've seen tons of zombie movies, but I still think when they're done right, they're they're great. I'm getting behind on these. All right, I am being constantly harassed by these bullies that live upstairs from me. They even stalk me. It is like a horror movie. That sucks, Deidre. That really sucks. Just try your best to ignore them, stay away from them. I don't know if this advice helps at all, but I know growing up, I was always taught just ignore bullies and they'll eventually get bored of you. Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you bothered by what they're doing, and don't talk back to them. Just ignore them and they'll get bored and go away. Um, and also get an adult involved too. Like, get, if these are adults, then get the police involved. Like, don't let people just run around and do whatever the fuck they want. But at the same time, like, if they're kids, generally, if you ignore them, they'll go away. Especially if they don't see whatever they're doing is bothering you. I love House of Wax. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Sorry, I'm getting behind. I'm trying to look for questions. If you have a question, just write question in the beginning of your comment so that I can make sure I get everybody's questions. See, what is your all-time favorite horror movie? Mine is Phantasm. So, and that's actually what I think we're gonna watch tomorrow night. It's a spoiler. I wasn't gonna tell. I generally don't tell anybody what movies we're gonna watch on our movie night, but tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Discord, we're gonna watch Phantasm, the original Phantasm movie. It's my all-time favorite movie. And I decided that for the next few weeks, at least, we're gonna watch some of my favorite movies. Just gonna kind of go through all my absolute favorites. And since Phantasm is my all-time favorite movie, we're gonna watch that. So definitely come over there and join. It's free. The Discord. If you just go into the comments of any of my videos, there should be a link to the Discord. If any of you guys are Discord members, if you could share it in the comments. It's hard for me to share it on this new program I'm using here, but if you guys can share a link to the Discord, that would be awesome. But yeah, it's free. Just come on over tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and hang out for a free movie. See, question. You've mentioned your mom was in a religious cult, and that's how you lost your eye. Mind telling us more about that? Well, the cult wasn't the. It was. It's a little bit. It's not quite that simple. It's more to do with my mom was into cultish type of beliefs. She wasn't in like just one cult. A lot of it was her making up her own version of Christianity, her own version of religion. We were in and out of different weird, very oppressive type of religious groups, but mostly it was just her coming up with her own her own things, and one of them was, for a while, was that she didn't believe in modern medicine. And that's when I got the eye infection, and I was like 6 or 7, and so she wouldn't take me to the doctors. She just did, like, she believed that if you prayed hard enough, God would just fix it. So it got bad. It got so bad that the eye was basically being pushed out of the socket, just completely infected, just pus literally pouring out of the tear duct. And I almost completely lost the eye, but luckily it cleared up after a few months and it dried up. But by that point, this eye was pushed way, way over to the side, and my eyes never worked together again. And this eye, over time, just got weaker and weaker and weaker until now it just sees bright light and colors. It doesn't really see anything, and I can't look at anything with both eyes anyway. So this helps me from not getting headaches, because if I don't wear a patch, light and things still get in there, and it's just easier because otherwise I got to keep this eye shut. And with the patch, it's more like almost like feeling like a comforting blanket or something that just sits there. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Okay, good. It looks like maybe they're notifying some people today. I'm just, the algorithm is weird. It just comes and goes. Because I know yesterday when I did my live, a bunch of people told me they never got any reminders at all. Yeah, I loved Run Sweetheart Run. That was such a fun movie. I think I've talked about it on 2 different lists at this point, but it's such a fun movie. The year of vampire movies, my favorite is Lost Boys. Um, I did a list of my 10 favorite vampire movies, so definitely go check that video out. I'm getting behind trying to keep up, but so definitely if you have a question, write question at the beginning of your comment. Yeah, I've made a bunch of lists of my favorite subgenre movies. So, and I'm gonna be doing another one. Hopefully gonna shoot it tomorrow, but it's gonna be my 10 favorite sci-fi horror movies. And I usually do part 1, 2, and so on, depending on if it's popular enough and people watch it and stuff. Creating a mobile card game based on monsters. We will start the beta version on Android in the next few months. We got to send you Mill some footage. Uh, yeah, I mean, definitely if you want to email me whatever, I'll check it out. It's at Becker at yahoo.com. So Becker at yahoo.com. The same way I spell my name on all the videos when it starts. Can someone post the link to the Discord, please? I can't do it from this without turning off the stream. But it's Ghost Pirate Entertainment on Discord. See what you think about the movie. Her name was Krista. I haven't seen that. I don't think. I know I've heard of that movie though. I'm trying to fish around. I don't think I've seen that. It just you go to invite Nina. If you want to post the link or anybody, if you could post a link, you just go to the Ghost Pirate page and click on an invite. It's like the upper right side. There should be the little thing to click on, and then just select invite and then copy link. Let's see. Question. How about Under the Skin? Love, love, love Under the Skin. I talked about that a few times. I'm trying to remember what list it was on. But it was on a list. I think it was my alien horror movie list. But I've recommended that a few times on the on an HBO list before, and that's a fantastic movie. Well, director and or producer generally a lot of times has to do with either schooling or money or both and or connections. I don't have any of those yet. That's why someone needs to send you like an invite. It should be. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up on my tablet. Maybe I can do it this way. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, actually, I'm at home. I can use my computer. I forgot. I'm not streaming with the computer right now, so I can do this. Maybe. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can. Discord. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to post a link. Let me know if this works. Ready? I'm trying to post it. 1 second. I'm trying to juggle devices. It's stupid the way this program works. It doesn't let me juggle devices. It's stupid. All right, there we go. Let me know if that link works, because it doesn't let me. For some reason, it. God, this ear keeps itching. Anyway, it doesn't let me for some reason post in the chat. Like it doesn't give me the option of a little chat bar when I do it through this. It's the only thing I don't like about this program. What's just the costume? DMT? Thank you, Teresa. And then it's Ghost Pirate Entertainment, but I need a number. I'm hated this intensely by anyone. I'm sorry. I was bullied a lot when I was a kid myself. It's unfortunately it sucks, but it's part of for a lot of us of growing up. Aw, thank you, Leslie. Making me blush over here. Jason X in that list? No, it was the best of. I love Jason X, but in a bad movie, silly way. Keep doing, keep doing videos. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Yeah, I know. I just realized that myself the other day. It's pretty exciting to have a video that big. See, question: what is the hype behind Hereditary? I don't see it. Um, it's like a lot of movies. It really has to do with you and your life and where you're at in your life and the things you've experienced in your life. Because Hereditary, I think, really impacts a lot of people who've dealt with things along those lines. Like if you've had a lot of tragedies, like I've had a lot of tragedies in my life, if you've dealt with grief and horrific things, um, it impacts you on like a much deeper level. On top of that, it's slow. It's kind of it's a slow burn, creepy kind of horror movie, and those just aren't for everyone. Like I love it. I think Hereditary is literally one of the greatest horror movies. Definitely what one of the greatest we've had in the last 20 years. But I also understand that it's just not for everyone. Like some people just don't get on the wavelength of that slow, artistic, dread-filled kind of horror movies. They need things to be a different kind of scary. So, don't beat yourself up over it trying to figure out why it doesn't connect with you. And also don't judge others that it does affect. It's just different strokes for different folks. It's like not everybody likes strawberry ice cream. I don't really like strawberry ice cream that much. But that's cool. Some people love it. Some people like pineapple on their pizza. Like, we're all different people and that's okay. Question. The question: can you do a list of the best horror movie mask? I think I did one. I think I did that list at one point, but like a long time ago. If I didn't, and it means I just didn't get a chance. But I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm trying to look it up, see if I did. Ghost. Yeah, the best horror movie mask I did 2 years ago. Uh, it only has 277 views. So, um, here, I'll share it on the community page if I can. Let's see if I can do that. All right, I just posted a link to it in the community page. So go check that out. It's an old video though, so don't judge it too harshly, please. Here, I'll post it in the comments too. There's a link to it as well. Make sure if you have a question, you put question in the beginning of your comment, okay? No problem, Teresa. Ah, let's see. Scroll back. Did it post the link? Did you guys see the link? Did it post the link, guys, to the Discord? Did it work? Can you guys let me know if that worked? Oh, there's still. I have lights. I just didn't set them up. This was. I wasn't planning on going live, so that's why things aren't all set up like normal. I was just got home from grocery shopping, and I was like, you know what? I have a few minutes before I need to get back to editing, so I figured I would hang out with you guys for a little while because yesterday I had to cut my live short as well. So no, I still have not seen Malum, and I really need to watch that because I loved Last Shift, and I know it's virtually the same movie. But it's one of those where I'll probably not cover it until it lands on one of the streaming services. Like I think it's supposed to go on Shutter soon. See, question. What was your opinion on House of a Thousand Corpses? I love House of a Thousand Corpses. It's honestly one of my favorite movies. Like I love that movie. I remember first seeing the trailer for it. Like long time before the movie came out because Rob Zombie had all these issues with getting a distributor. So it's like the trailer came out and then the movie just didn't come out. And I want to say it was like a year or more later when the movie finally came out. But I've always been a fan of Rob Zombie's music and I was just so excited. I remember first day, me and my friends waiting in line to see it. And it just didn't disappoint. I love House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm one of those few that even though I can see that the second one is a better made movie, Devil's Rejects is a better movie, I still think I love House of a Thousand Corpses more. I did a review, Bryce, of Insidious, The Red Door. It's posted on the channel if you guys, anybody wants to go check it out. It's the most recent video that I posted. If you look up here, I'll see if I can find. I'll try to find some music from Mahala. There's not a lot still available, but there is. Let's see. There is one place that's got some songs still available. Yeah, here we go. Give me just a second. I'll post this in the comments. So this is one of my old bands called Mahala. And that was the only one that has quite a bit of music still available online. What do you think about the FF movie Exist? What do you mean by FF? If you're talking about the one about the Bigfoot, anyone get my Discord invite? Did anybody try out that Discord link? Did it work? Okay, I'm losing. See, question. What was the first horror movie that you ever remember watching that stuck with you? Pet Cemetery. and I talked at length about that actually over on a friend of mine's channel. Here, hold on, let's see if I can. Shoot. See if I can post a link to it because I talk at length about it. The story of my first horror movie, and it's over on. Yeah. Anyway, it's over on. Shoot. It's over on the Sledgehammer Horror YouTube channel. But here, I'll post a link to it. But I talked for like about an hour about that movie and about music too, about the music I was in and stuff. Make sure you put question at the beginning of your comment if you have a question, because I'm getting behind, so I'm just trying to scan through them. All right. Have you seen the limited box set of House of a Thousand Corpses? No, I haven't. I'd love to see behind the scenes stuff, though. That's why I like box sets and stuff like that. I can't afford them ever, but that's what I love about them is all the behind the scenes cool shit you get. What was the most non-essential thing you bought at the grocery store today? The cookies I bought. They're lemon blueberry, and these are definitely not anything that I needed, but I'm trying to eat healthier and only giving myself like a treat like that one day a week right now because I'm not being able to get much exercise and I'm quickly putting on weight and it's really bothering me. Question, is Malum a foreign remake of The Last? No, it's not. It's actually the same guy that made The Last Shift. It's such an interesting thing. He just wanted to make the version that he dreamt of at the time when he made The Last Shift, but it was such a small budget kind of production that he didn't get to do it the way he really wanted to, and so he's got the opportunity. I don't know how it all came together, but he had the opportunity, more money to make the movie, um, and so he remade it, but with more money. Kanan, question: you think you'll do a list of slow burns? Yeah, I should. I definitely should because I love slow burn. Like good slow burn horror movies are so amazing. Yeah, that's one I'll keep in mind because that's a good idea. Oh, found footage. Yeah, the Bigfoot exists. Um, I I feel like I started it and never finished it, or maybe I did. I'm trying to remember because there's a couple of those, like a couple Bigfoot movies that I watched not too long ago. But I remember thinking it was, if it's the same one I'm thinking of. I remember thinking it was good, but I didn't think it was. It didn't blow me away. But it might be a different movie. Question: what movie for you has the best music from bands in it? My personal is. I was just gonna. Oh, the second Crow. Yeah, I was gonna say The Crow, the first one. The second Crow did have an amazing soundtrack too. It's been so long since I saw that movie. Like I saw it in theaters, but that's the only time I've ever seen that movie. I do remember having a great soundtrack, but the soundtrack for The Crow, the original The Crow, blew me away. I listened to that soundtrack more than any other soundtrack I've ever had. Like it was, you would have had to be kind of the time, I think, to love it as much as I did. But I mean, I was like the perfect age for that. I was like 17. The Blackwell Ghost. No, it's a series of found footage movies. That's interesting. No, I haven't seen that. Have you seen Possum? No, I think I started that one, and I was not in the right headspace. It just because it's very, very, very slow. But it's one that I do plan to go back to. I still have it up on my queue. What's up, the horror show? Congratulations to Cecil Laird. He's got his fan film coming out. It's Dylan's New Nightmare. If you're Cecil, if you're still here, can you post the date? I'm on the top of my head. I'm forgetting when it drops. But he's at Mad Monster today, and got to meet Robert England today, and posted pictures on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, see, Cecil knows. Cecil's like, I think he's a little younger than me, but right around the same age. Like, it's the shit, man. In that era, it was like the perfect fucking soundtrack. I have not seen The Crow streaming anywhere recently at all, which is weird. Yeah, I think Midsummer is a fantastic movie too. Yeah, that was such a great song. I agree, Leslie. So in August, late August, guys, be on the lookout. I'll definitely be sharing it when Dylan's New Nightmare comes out. I'm really excited to see that. He's put in so much work, and so many talented people have been working on it. So I'm very excited for that. Holy crap! I think I just figured out how to fix my stupid little. Yeah, I just figured out how to fix my stupid little tripod. Yay! Now I don't need to buy a new one. Yeah, the horror show is a great channel, guys. Definitely go over there and check out the channel. Not just because of Dylan's New Nightmare, but he does a lot of fun content. The thing he does that I have the most fun with on his channel is they do a trailer roundup where him and a bunch of other friends of his, all horror hosts on that channel, they all get together in like the same room and they'll watch trailers and then talk about their opinions on it. But I've discovered a lot of movies that they find that I didn't know were coming out and stuff. So like it's really really cool. It's just fun to get to watch the trailers with them. The Neon Demon is awesome. The Neon Demon's actually sneak peek. This coming week's video is on Prime, and Neon Demon is one of the movies that I talk about. All right, Phil. Let me try one more time. Hold on a second. Okay, the stream is you're gonna see black for a minute. Let me get this link over. All right, try that link. That should work because I've that's the link I've given many people and it's worked for them. So let me know if that works, Phil. No, I have an eye, Deidre. There is an eye in there. It just doesn't have any sight, and it looks off to the side. It's just like light, but it's a normal looking eye. It just looks off all crazy. You ordered. What did you order, Leslie? Oh, did you order food? Let's see. Question: does YouTube take a chunk of super chats? Yes, they do. That's why if anybody wants to donate, it is huge. It means the world to me. But if you do it through uh, PayPal, which is the links right there, or Discord, or not Discord, yeah, to PayPal or hold on, yeah, either PayPal or Venmo. The links are right down there. Those I get pretty much all of the money you send, but YouTube takes like 30 or 40% right now. But it doesn't matter. I appreciate every single penny you guys send so much. So don't ever feel like I'm asking for money or that you need to send or whatever. I think you know what I mean. But if you're curious, it I definitely appreciate that. Let's see. I think I need to rewatch Exist because I don't think it's the movie I was thinking of. I'm trying to remember what movie it was that I was thinking of, but I don't think that's Exist, and I think I always get those confused and still haven't watched Exist because from what I've seen people saying, that doesn't sound like the movie I watched. I listen to a little bit of everything, but I really love metal. Like I'm a big fan of hard rock and metal and have been forever. And the band I was in was metal. So I still just love metal. But right now I'm listening to Sleep Token a lot, and I'm listening to um, what's the other band I've been listening to a lot? Um, shoot, I'm recording with my phone right now, and all my links for a Spirit Box. Yeah, I'm listening to Sleep Token and Spirit Box a lot. But I listen to everything, literally like any kind of music you can think of. I guarantee you, there's some of that in my in my playlists on Discord or on Spotify. I sent the Phil. Is the link still not working? I posted. That should be the right link. If it doesn't work, then it's maybe you don't have Discord installed. Can somebody let me know if that link showed up? That link should work. All right, it's pinned. I just pinned the comment. And now I'm not seeing anybody's comments. I don't know what's going on with this software. I'm seeing your comments over on YouTube, but I'm not seeing them scrolling here. So let's see. I don't know how many I've missed. Oh, you ordered Chinese food, huh? That sounds good. That sounds really good. I shouldn't be spending that money. I'm running on fumes. Why you guys got to be talking about food? What's your favorite kind of Chinese food? That's the question. I have not shaved my beard since I was 19, and I'll never shave it all the way off again. I've had it down to where it was just this little part down here. I had it that way for a long time with sideburns and just the little part here. It's only been the last like 4 or 5 years that I've had the full mustache stuff, but I'll never cut it off. I've had a beard since long before it was a popular thing. Um, I just a beard is a big deal to me. I don't. It's something that's difficult to even explain. All right, I had to refresh. Sorry, I had to refresh because I wasn't seeing any of the comments. So, all right, cool. You got in. Hell yeah. Okay, question. Have you heard the band Knocked Loose? Yes. I just heard them the other day. Dude, they're badass. That's a really cool band. I actually just heard them like a week ago because I was listening to the Punk Rock MBA or watching the Punk Rock MBA. He's one of my favorite YouTube channels, and he was talking about Knocked Loose, and I was like, holy shit. Like, they're a hardcore band, but they're super dope. Let's see. Question. I love hard rock and heavy metal too. Do you like Tool? I love Tool. I just was on like a Tool binge yesterday and listened to. I think I listened to like not all their albums, but like three or four of their like no, three albums. Yeah, I listened to three albums of theirs in a row. I think. Yeah, because it was the like two or three of their albums in a row. Yeah, I love paranormal stuff. I don't necessarily believe in a lot of it. Unfortunately, a lot of it is feels very fake and phony now. But like a lot of the paranormal TV, I think is like back in the day when Ghost Hunters first started doing it. I was really into their show and still do watch their show because I feel like they're one of the only ones that is legit. A lot of these paranormal TV shows, it's just I think it's all bullshit. Like especially the YouTube stuff because I've been in a lot of quote unquote haunted locations and I've had my share of paranormal experiences, but they're not like the way they show in these shows, and they don't happen that often. Discord is just simply it's a chat space. It's a place where everybody can go to just do what you're doing right now, but it never goes away. So you can always go there to chat. And then on Monday nights, we're doing a movie night. So on Monday night, you'll see a little part on the left side that says movie night. And in there, you'll see everybody in there, and there'll be a movie streaming that you can watch and chat with everybody. So if you just go over there at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, we'll all be able to help you figure things out. But it's pretty easy once everybody's in there chatting. You just really are just chatting like you are on the live stream right now. Talk to the Hand. I have not. Is that a movie? I don't hate Enya, but no, that's not my cup of tea per se. But it depends on the mood I'm in. I mean, you get me in the right mood, I might be down to listen to some Enya. Like Enya is the kind of movie or music you listen to if you're stoned and you're with your girl or guy or your significant other and you just chilling and loving each other. Like that's Enya music for to me. What is your favorite found footage movie? It's probably Blair Witch because it was the first, even though technically it's not because Green Inferno, but it really was the first of the modern day found footage movies. and I was the perfect age. Went to the theater. You know, the internet wasn't a thing back then, not yet really, and we, I mean, we've all got caught up in the hype of it all, and it was so much fun, and it was really scary. But if you're younger and you watch the movie now, it won't impact you in the same way. But also, um, Butterfly Kisses is another one that's fantastic that isn't talked about enough. That's a brilliant found footage movie. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, those are the two that jump to mind. Yeah, the collection and the collector are both great movies. It's a shame that we didn't get the third. They were working on it. It was shot. It was almost done, and then we don't know exactly what happened, but they canned it, and there's been no word ever since if it's ever going to get finished or what. How was your Killer Clowns movie? Any highlights? It was fun. I wish it had been a little. I wish the crowd had been a little more into it. It was kind of weird. I don't know what was going on with the crowd, but I think it was a little more of a mainstream kind of crowd where people had brought their kids, and I don't know. It was just weird. It wasn't like most horror events here in town. It felt like a lot of people that were not a lot, but there were definitely some that are not your normal horror fans and just weren't into it the same. It didn't have the cheering and the crowd participation that I expected it to have. Like even when they brought up the stars of the movie and stuff, even then it was like people cheered, but it wasn't anywhere near like what I experienced for Jaws recently or what I experienced for Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I don't know what it was, but it was still super fun to get to see that on the big screen. And they had these big old killer clown um, mannequin or sculptures on the sides that were just super sick. Stayed for Ghost Pirate chit chat. Nice. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. My phone is about to die, and I need to make some food and decide if I'm gonna go to the drive-ins or what I'm gonna do. I need to do editing, so it's a matter of do I want to sit at the drive-ins and edit, or am I just gonna sit here at home and edit? I'm not sure. There was a can here in town, but I had to work. Oh, a con, nice. Yeah, I really hope to go to more conventions in this, within the next year or whatever. So that's why this trip at the end of the month. That if anybody wants to send me any more money to help with my trip, it shouldn't be a problem as far as me going on it. Now it's just a matter of if you guys want to help make it a little easier to do. But at the end of this month, I'm going to see the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch Silver Shamrock Factory. It's a real place and it's crumbling down, but it's still there. So I'm going to go and stay there for a day or two and do some lives from there and shoot my video from there and just have some fun there and show you guys what all there is to see from Halloween 3. If I can financially swing it, on the way, there is also all the Salem's Lot location. It's like right in that same area. So I might go spend one day looking at the Silver Shamrock Halloween 3 stuff, and then the other day go into the Salem's Lot stuff. But that's just a matter of if I can raise enough money. Right now, you guys have definitely sent me enough that I should be able to at least go for one day without any problem and do the Halloween 3. But I'm just, if I can get raised a little bit more, then, it's like any more I get to, or any more you guys send me, it'll help to just make me able to do more stuff. So it's here in California. It's in the Bay Area, basically down in the Bay. They're like small little towns, but they're near each other. And so I'm gonna go down there and stay for a day or two. It's only about a 5.5, 6 hour drive for me. So really, I'm just trying to make sure, I just need the money for gas and food and staying overnight. So, like I said, you guys have already helped me and sent me money. If you guys have sent me money like a couple weeks ago, enough that I should be able to spend at least one night, no problem. So now it's just making sure I can hopefully stay a second night and like I said, maybe be able to do more than just the Halloween 3, but do the Salem's Lot stuff too. So we'll see. Either way, I'm super excited about it, but that's the beginning of what the real goal of mine is, and that's to get to travel around the country and hopefully eventually overseas and meet you guys, but also go to these different conventions, these different horror locations, and keep doing my videos, but from these locations. Like, I picture in my head someday going to like these haunted old prisons or weird places and doing my 10 movie recommendations and top 10 movie list and stuff, but from those locations. So I'm excited about it. And this is the first trip. So I know, Leslie, you've been amazing. Leslie, you're amazing. But yeah, so if anybody wants to send even $1, like anything you guys send me definitely helps me with my daily expenses as well as this trip. Definitely, if you send it to the hold on. If you send it to the Venmo or the PayPal, I get the most of it and it impacts me the most. If you send it through here, I still super appreciate it. I just don't get all of it. I get like, I think I get 60 or 70% of what you send through here. You'd think I would know exactly how much, but I'm bad about the money part because I don't like to think about the money part of all this. I just want to be able to do this channel and do this stuff for the community, but it's my full-time job now. Some of it is because physically I can't do other stuff because of my hands and feet and whatnot, but also time-wise so that I can do this stuff for you guys. So, but anyway, my phone's dying. I appreciate you guys all so much. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Definitely on the Discord, I see all those, and if you comment on the Discord and put @Kanan or ScarCane on there, I will definitely get right back to you. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And remember, horror can be fun. I'll see you guys later. Remember, tomorrow night on Discord, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll be watching Phantasm. See you guys.